So I'm sure that we all know what criminal trials are. They're how we decide if a convicted criminal is guilty or not guilty of a crime. But we typically think of these criminals as being human, an assumption that wasn't always right throughout history. In the medieval era, the lowest point of humanity, excluding today, there are hundreds of tales of animal trials and executions that are quite frankly just absurd. So let's talk about a few of these trials. Starting in 1386, when a French pig was walking around town, as many pigs did back then, when it realized that it was a little hungry. So the pig rationally decided to murder and eat a small child playing in the street because, well, why not? Now I can't really blame the pig, because there wasn't much to eat besides little kids in 1386, but the French were not so kind to the sow. The murderous animal was put on trial in commoner's clothing and was even given a lawyer, but it was found guilty and it was sentenced to death by being hung by its hind legs. Another great story of an animal trial takes place in Basel, Switzerland, in 1474. One day, a rooster was just chilling out in the Alps when it reportedly committed the heinous and unnatural crime of laying an egg. The townsfolk were absolutely terrified, because they hate omelets and because of the strange myths of the medieval era. See, one mythical creature from this time period was the basilisk, a half-chicken, half-serpent hybrid that came from, you guessed it, eggs laid by roosters. Fearing witchcraft, monsters, and culinary excellence, the rooster was burned at the stake while the citizens silently watched. Even the bugs weren't safe from the cruel trials that animals faced during the Middle Ages. In 1587, weevils decimated crops in St. Julien, France. The farmers, obviously not a fan of the insects, took them straight to court. After some back and forth negotiations, the people of the town gave a piece of land entirely to the weevils. However, the weevils and their defender decided that the land wasn't good enough, and continued to fight in the court. Finally, 8 months after the trial began, a decision was made. But we'll never know exactly what the decision was. Why? Because the document was reported to be destroyed by the frickin' bugs! I suppose they did not agree to the final decision. And there you have it. There are hundreds of more cases of animal trials, ranging from the donkey that was took to court for bestiality to the elephant that was hung from a crane. But that's all the time I have for today. If you enjoyed this video, remember to like and subscribe, and if this video gets lots of support, I'll do another one on animal trials. And if there's anything you want to know the history of, just comment below. Thanks so much for supporting this channel, and make sure to keep your egg-laying roosters safe.